everyone, this video is another one of our trig unit. Today we're going to be using trigonometric functions to solve for angles. The big part of this is making sure we understand how to use our calculator. So what I have for us is 3 examples where we're just typing it in the calculator before we throw in the triangles. Okay, so we want to find the angle with the given sine value. So what we really want to know is which angle has the sine value of 1/2. So how we do this is we're going to need to use the inverse of sine, which looks like that, of 1/2 to tell us what that angle measurement is. To type it in the calculator, if you're using a TI calculator, you're going to press the button second and then sine and do 1 divided by 2, close that parentheses, because it should open a parentheses for you, and hit equals. If you're using a Casio, you're going to hit shift, sine, 1 divided by 2 equals. Okay, so when we do this, you should be typing it in your calculator right now to make sure you're getting the same answer I get. So you hit second, sine, 1 divided by 2. You should get 30 degrees. Okay. Looking at example 2, we need to find the angle with the given cosine value. So, same concept. We have to take the inverse of cosine this time, and we have to type in this long decimal, 694,658, and that's going to be equal to our angle. So again, we're going to either hit second cosine or shift cosine for this one. So type it in your calculator, 0.694658. And if we're rounding, it's 46.000 and then decimals. So our x, or our angle measurement, is just going to be 46 degrees. So I want you to take a second and I want you to solve example 3. Okay, so you should have answered example 3. If you got it right, good job. If you didn't, here's your explanation. So we have tangent of x equals 1.03553. So we need to find the inverse of tangent of 1.03553, which is equal to our angle measurement. And when we type that into the calculator, second tangent 1.03553, we get 45.9999, okay, which ends up rounding our angle measurement to 46, that's not a 6, 46 degrees. There we go. Write down the right number. Okay, so now that we got used to using our calculator, we are going to apply this to triangles. So we want to find the given angle given the sides that we have. So example 1, we have our angle theta. We have one leg that's 5 and one side that is 5 rad 2. So first thing we need to realize is this is our angle that we're talking about. We know the side opposite and we know the hypotenuse. So if we know opposite and hypotenuse, what angle measurement are we going to use? Okay, we're going to use sine. So we're going to have sine of theta, that's our angle measurement, is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. Oops. And we're going to type this into our calculator. So when we're typing it into our calculator, well, first we got to take the inverse of it. I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So we need to find the inverse of sine of 5 over 5 rad 2. So when we're typing this into our handy dandy calculator, we're going to hit second sine. It should open up parentheses for you. You're going to do 5 divided by, and you're going to put that 5 rad 2 in parentheses. And and then you're going to close the parentheses after that rad 2, and you're going to close the parentheses again to close it for the sine, and then you're going to hit equals. And we're going to round, if we need to 2 decimal places, but in this case we don't. When we get that, it is just 45 degrees, so theta equals 45 degrees. Not too bad. It's very important that we know how to use our calculator, so if you're having any trouble, please reach out to your teacher. Okay, looking at example 2. We have our angle right here. We know the side that's adjacent that helps form it, and we know the side opposite of the right angle, which is our hypotenuse. So if we have adjacent on our hypotenuse, we're going to use cosine. So cosine of theta is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. Now we need to solve for the angle theta. So in order to solve for theta, we have to use the inverse of cosine of our two sides, the ratio of our two sides, and that's how we get theta. So in our calculator, we're typing in second cosine 4.3 divided by 5 equals. So type that into your calculator, make sure we get that. Let's round to 2 decimal places. So theta should equal about 30.68 degrees. Again, we're talking about angle measurement, so we need to make sure that we put the degree symbol. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to solve example 3 for theta. So take a second to go ahead and do that. Okay, now that you have solved for theta, I'm going to show you just in case you maybe got it wrong. If you got it right, good job, keep working. So here we go. We have our angle measurement right here. We know the opposite side. We know the adjacent side. So if I know the opposite and the adjacent side, that means I'm going to use tangent of my angle measurement. And I have the opposite divided by the adjacent side. So to solve for theta, I need to use the inverse of tangent of my ratio. So in my calculator, we should type in second tangent of 32.5 divided by 9, close the parentheses. So I'm going to type it in real quick, 32.5 divided by 9. And that would give us theta to be about to 2 decimal places, 74.52 degrees. Okay, so if you have any questions or you're struggling with your calculator, please reach out to your teacher or watch the calculator video that I've created for this lesson.